Well, hello, emergency meeting. I'm not sure if I'll actually post this or not, but it is Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024, at 5:08 a.m. This is just an emergency little meeting that I'm having with myself here because shit hit the fan. Um, Immediately, I'm reminded of the one in April last year and the subsequent ones. And the one just before going back to Tampa. Man, do I want to talk about what happened? I guess I do. Uh, the actual trigger moment was stupid. Uh, and I don't really want to talk about it, actually. Like the the amount of things going on at play. It's not that it's not important. It's just that I have other things to worry about. Is the main reason, and it would be nice to have a accurate account of everything. I think I'll do the short version, which is I felt like grossly disrespected over how I was being, like, how dismissive my mom was being about me needing a towel, and then basically I feel like based on my tone alone, my dad decided he was gonna intervene, and then that just quickly escalated. Like it took zero time. Um, and then a lot of conversations have been had since then, but realistically, it's not relevant for me. Like I could have, uh, like we could have just done the good old, take me to the whatchamacallit, the airport on said day plan, and that would have been ideal. But it's like a small wrinkle. It doesn't really make a big difference. You know what I mean? Uh, it was like I was already planning on leaving anyway. Honestly, like them doing what they did was hilarious. I don't really get it. I don't want to feel um, like celebratory in the way that I do, in the way that I do, because I don't want to be in your face about it. Basically, I anticipated the plan was prepared, and then, but honestly, even more than that, other things like the fact that information is known, right? Because motherfuckers are grossly nosy and also dishonest as fuck. There's no getting around the fact that people are being dishonest with me, and yeah, more things along those lines. So I ended up I don't know like why it worked out this way, but basically I ended up drinking a couple of times. Um, so I feel a little bit under the weather, but uh, I was just doing the math. I mean, I'm getting deja vu. I'm like, why do I feel like this exact thing had happened before? Oh, because I've been through similar situations, for sure. When I was taking the shower, I was playing like this album, and the album that I was playing, I was like, bro, why does this feel like the exact album I played when I was preparing to go to Tampa? I swear, literally, in April. Um, I can't even really get into how gross the conversations I've had are. You know what I mean? And I'm really glad. Like, all I wanted to do is leave. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily, I don't necessarily want to discuss the whole thing with people. It doesn't serve me in any way, shape, or form. But as a result of how things went, which is probably why they're doing it. I don't know. Who fucking knows? Who cares? But yeah, basically, the information that I've received is, just the regular old par for the course story, and just what you would expect, pretty much. And yeah, just gaslighting to fucking back, but trying to be slick about it, trying to pretend you're not gaslighting while you're gaslighting, and then all the other types of weird shit like that, especially from my aunt, who seems to be annoyed at the fact that I'm leaving after she came and not, just trying to live with her or whatever, and is doing the same thing. It's the same thing that they all do, which is the worst thing they can. You know what I mean? Which isn't always so obvious, because that sometimes include that's not the same as like not doing anything or whatever. Like, it's to do the worst thing to you is different. So, and it's not always like direct to cause the most amount of pain and suffering. So again, I don't want to think about that as much. And then, brother, yeah, exactly. Like, I unfortunately, I was drunk for part of this. So, like, my recollection of it isn't that great either. Like, I'm pretty sure I told my aunt about my desire to leave, but I can't recall exactly if I did or not. It could have been, that's what I'm saying. So I'm not like with the last time, there was a lot of very important details about how, the timeline of events took place, and what was the intention and stuff like that. This time, like, my suspicions of quote unquote foul play is far exceeds, the prior time. But I'm not doing an investigation, and I don't care if I'm wrong or not. Like, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that really matters is that I need to get away from these people, because there's a combination of, yeah, it's just all the fucked up shit. I don't even know how to put it into words, but it's like the most egregious kind of trying to steal that there possibly is. Like, trying to steal steez, claim steez, while downplaying it, so devaluing it at the same time, to me, to get me to give it up, right? So you have to break down my self-esteem, make me feel a certain way, and then to get the, you know what I mean? To be able to attempt to claim it as your own, which is ridiculous. You know what I mean? That's basically the whole play. And that's why people moved here. I'm leaving. Literally that simple. All these visits, I've been talking about it. All these visits and shit, not cool. I don't dig it. And then, like I said, simultaneously, it's not like, oh, da 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 XYZ positive thing about, the truth. Instead, it's an attempt at, it's literally acts of essentially violence at me. So the simple solution for me is to just leave. but I can't even really do that gracefully because, that's the worst thing I can do for them, but they can't make me stay, right? If they try to do something like that, I'm bucking. I'm gonna fuck some shit up. But if they can't make me stay, but they can't tell me, they can't do, there's nothing they can do. So they're upset, but they don't want to be obvious about why they're upset. And at the same time, so they're frustrated, so that I feel that frustration, and they're being dishonest to me at the same time. So it's just really ugly. And then I have to basically, I don't have to, but I've began explaining myself at this point, which I don't need to be doing. But at the same time, it's kind of a mental exercise in my own framing of it. So there's that. Um, so yeah, they that's what's happening. But they won't tell me that. They won't say, "Oh, we're all just butthurt as fuck that you're leaving because we like being around you and we like having you around and we're constantly learning from you and you're damn near inspirational and you're blah 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 all the other things." Nope. Instead, they'd rather, I don't know, make me forget I shouldn't be around them by making me feel like I belong, by making me feel like shit about myself. And that serves them better because that way I'm around them and I'm not somewhere else because that's what they want. So I peeped this whole thing happening. Yeah, I think this one's pretty good. I peeped this whole thing happening, and it's not real, it's not working or anything like that, but uh, that's why the exit plan needs to begin because it was like literally there's the forces at which that want me to stay, not because it serves me best, and then the one that empowers me and allows me to do whatever I like. I don't think I said that like grammatically correct, but I'm kind of just spitballing here, freestyling it. But yeah, basically, I'm saying that they're against me because they're trying to keep me in a spot, and the only way I'm staying in that spot is basically unwillingly. So there has to be limitations put on me. Then the more limitations, the better. The more factors, manipulatable factors, to try to force what they have going here. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not going for it. I need to leave now. And I feel like half the shit that I'm saying to, my aunts and stuff is also, it's like, you don't have to worry about spilling the beans because, and you're starting to see it too. I don't understand everything. Right? I'm either that or, I do and I'm being lied to. Either way, uh, the point is, um, I feel like I'm not allowed to know information that I can share that would fuck it up, if you will. So, you know, they're gonna if they they're gonna get misdirected. Whatever, it's gonna work out in the way that it needs to work out anyway. I feel like this walk is working out how it needs to work out exactly. Yes, I don't need to be concerned about that. I was thinking about that with the amount of drinking I was doing. It's like, brother, I feel like even in that state, I'm even less interesting sometimes. Because I can talk about the same shit and not really remember it. So. But other than that, we are pretty much preparing. I started packing yesterday, kind of impromptu, kind of just like, I was just so curious about whether or not I could get the laptop to close. And I closed it, and I'm like, okay, well, I really don't want to reopen that until it's like time. So, I'll just leave it how it is. But I have a general idea of how I want things to be packed. My clothes look a little bit, I don't know, close. Maybe it's a bit much. I have a good feeling about the truck for whatever reason. I think I should be able to actually purchase that. And I think that's probably what I'll do over the next little bit, like while I'm actually at the airport and stuff. I can maybe try to arrange for parking. I think the main next important thing is that I leave here as prepared as possible. Meaning, like I'm clean and I'm packed efficiently. Like I don't have one thing I don't need, and I'm not missing one thing I need. Being actually packed perfectly. And then, obviously, as clean as possible, as efficiently as possible, on time, right? I was told 10. So then, from there, what is it? Then you just get to the gate, hopefully with all of your things, and without it being too expensive, because I think I have to purchase a checked bag or something like that. So but yeah, get to the gate on time with get to the gate on time with all of the things, including my vape, ideally, without too much hassle. Then I have a layover in Atlanta. So like I said, once I'm in the airport, I don't really want to be doing much. I'm not going to try to use my laptop or anything like that. I'm just going to be chilling there and try to stay focused on the mission at hand. Which is to get everything where it needs to be, to get to safety and get situated. I'm sure there'll be plenty of meditation though, and that kind of thing, but hopefully not too much adventure and moving around. And also, we should be able to get, baked. That's kind of the goal. So we're doing that. We're arranging things from the airport. We also have schoolwork to do today. So I'm going to have to try to do that from my phone, probably. Actually, maybe I could do that before we leave, to be honest. I could probably, depending on how things go. I mean, I have about 4 hours once I get back from this walk. I anticipate packing will probably take about an hour. Showering will take about an hour. You figure maybe I have to eat. That'll take about an hour. And then maybe I could do the schoolwork on the laptop. But I'm really trying to leave that laptop alone. It's closed. I want it to stay closed for a little bit here. I actually got $400 from my mom that she owed me. So that makes a fat stack of cash, which is really nice. And I did that, like I said, I was doing the math on the money situation, and it's not great, because I'm incorporating parking, the cost of parking. Um, yeah, it's not like super exciting, or it doesn't. I'm not very comfortable with the situation, but I mean, it'll work, I guess. And it's like, it's like it's more than enough. There's cushion. We're not, you know, even sure we have to get a job or anything like that. Currently, I'm thinking about private student loans for the next term, fall two. I think that's going to be my first play, because that could alleviate a lot right there. Um, I don't know if I want to say specific numbers or anything crazy like that, but yeah, the idea is basically I could get myself right um, a little bit sooner, um, without too much of a what's it called, commitment. I get my little starter kit, which is just a parking spot in a truck, so that I can continue doing my thing. Which is I need to be able to stand up. I need privacy. Uh, and then I think from there I'll probably do that for like 2-3 days before I start really like, okay, now I'm because I still have arbitration shit to do too. That's another thing I could work on besides working on the getting myself situated. I think the worst case scenario is I just have to kind of be driving not driving the truck around, but I might have to drive the truck around a little bit uh, at first, just stay very low key. But that's like low key. The worst thing that could happen is that I go over there, I spend $2,000 on a truck, and then get it towed and get arrested in San Francisco for not driving with a license. That's like the worst thing I could do. So we don't want to do all that. That's what we're trying to avoid. Fun fact: I feel like my beard's getting thicker. Anyway, um, okay, so I feel like I efficiently got through the whole like social aspect of this, which is pretty cool. Um, and yeah, like I said, it's not really something I need to focus on. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I think it's all kind of poppycock anyway. Like, low key, if I wanted to come back, I could just come back. But I think the goal is, and it could be. This is maybe a smaller goal, but basically just get a van and like get myself legal, and then get myself in the green in terms of overhead compared to whatever student loan money I'm getting / whatever job I have, like whatever combination of those things are necessary. And yeah, I think like maintaining like or maybe not maintaining without any interruptions, but I don't think it'll be hard to get right back on the routine very quick. Um, I may be looking into Starlink. I'm not entirely sure. Um, but yeah, like I said, I feel like those first few days is gonna be like try to get a kind of a weekend day routine set where it's like, okay, maybe I spend some time at the library, then I spend some time in Noisebridge, or Noisebridge then library, or whatever, and just come back, but still doing the streaming. And but we're not going to be able to. I don't think we're going to be able to do the sets like I said, for the first few days. But if I actually, I mean, yeah, if I get comfortable at Noisebridge, um, I should be able to just kind of like bring some dumbbells and do that on the side pretty quickly within a week or so. And then like once I kind of Okay, so I guess I'll say it like this. First things first is to get comfortable, get situated, uh, and try to get some semblance of the daily routine back up. And then, in doing so, like as that's happening, gotta make sure that the arbitration stuff gets done, schoolwork stuff gets done, right? And we get kind of caught up, YouTube Q, all that stuff. The stuff that we always, every time there's a little bit of a break, we have to kind of focus on first. Um, Make sure we get a little bit ahead in that area. We're good and comfortable. And then I think after that, we would be focused on probably just getting a guard card. Or either getting a guard card, probably getting a guard card though. I'm just gonna make that clear. Or potentially trying to really like hunker down a little bit and invest more in the, or maybe both. Maybe both. I was gonna say maybe invest more in like, the van, making it, livable. Solar panels and all that jazz. But actually, maybe in that order, you would go, okay, I'm gonna like see what the job situation's like, see if I can get a sponsor, see if I could basically get a job lined up, and then shortly thereafter, once I'm confident that that's gonna work, uh, maybe get some solar panels and furniture and stuff like that. Right. And then license as well, and all that good jazz. A lot of work, bro. I don't want to bother myself too much with all that right now, because I'm actually making it a little bit harder on myself than I initially planned, because I didn't intend on trying to continue my routine so quickly. But I had such a day the other day that I was like, nah, I need to be able to, like, I almost was like, I can't leave. Um, which I think I may have done. I don't know. I was having a conversation with Marjorie about not leaving, and I think she pretty much said, no, you do need to leave. But yeah, what was it? What was it? Yeah. So it was like I started looking for vans, and then I've seen this truck, this old DHL truck, which I feel like I've seen Kai Cenat streaming from one of these before, but it's basically like a box truck, I think is what it's called. And it's like all metallic on the inside, and just like, yeah, it's a square room basically. Uh, and I could definitely stand in that, and it's like not expensive either. So that would definitely allow for me to continue to do my sessions, even though I have that surplus, which is crazy. And also, I mean, okay, I need to calm down. I have a lot of different plans, a lot of different potential plans, a lot of different ideas of what I could do. But right now, the plan is to get that truck first and foremost. I don't care where. And then the next step after that is to establish legal parking for it, so that I don't have to drive it. And then from there, I think I need to do calculations about like my money situation. I think I'm just good. I think I could just do nothing for a hot minute, and then yeah. Okay, I have this math done. Um, Basically, I have about 3 months of bills, and I get another couple or another few thousand in 2 months, basically. So if my bills are, let's say, $450 a month, um, at that point I'd have many months, right? Like almost a year, basically. Damn, I didn't really think about it like that, but yeah, I have many months. And then, it's always that balancing act of having uh, comfort in the moment, meaning like you could splurge more and be more comfortable in the moment, and also just having the longevity the of it, the sustainability of it. But that, just hearing that excites me. Thinking about that excites me. The fact that I would arrive at a spot where, without doing anything special, I would have the next year covered right away. That's fucking insane. So for sure, I could and I mean, it doesn't stop there either. Like, I'm still gonna be getting. So that's what I'm saying. It's a balance between like making like it's a progression of like my comfort level, as well as yeah, just balanced against the longevity of it and the comfort that yields me. Okay. So with that in mind, um, yeah, it's that's pretty much it. I don't think I need to be spending more than 300 on parking. If I get parking in a nice, decent area that's accessible by the train, I could pretty much carry all of my belongings with me, so that it's just a van, an empty van. And I have a key, and maybe it's in a gated place with security cameras and shit like that. I just go spend my day in a fucking coffee shop or whatever the fuck. Stream a little bit, do some research, do some work, do some schoolwork. It's like literally, everything goes on without a hitch. Wow. That's actually pretty good. And then I just don't need to do anything else. It's actually insane. I can't see with this guy's lights, bro. I have two like major jobs, which is to find parking for 300 a month or less, and to actually purchase this truck. That's it. If I do those two things smoothly, I will not have to spend a day on the street. And then it all comes down to, do the people at Noisebridge recognize me? I don't look anywhere near the same. I used to be clean shaven, and I was bummy, and I was younger, and I had glasses, and it was 3 years ago, so it could be a whole new crowd. But it's like, can I just get in here and get a token? That would be crazy. I can't wait to do this next update. I cannot wait to do this next update. But yeah, today is the day. I leave in about 4 hours to the airport. I'm gonna have my toy. I'm gonna have an external battery. I'm gonna have about 3 or 4 outfits. I'm gonna be looking fresh to death. I'm gonna be looking like a whole drug dealer / scammer. I'm gonna have my laptop in a briefcase. I'm gonna have $1,000 in cash, my vape, all of my new grooming tools besides the ear cleaner, jaw exerciser thingamajiggies. Maybe a blanket, definitely my cloak. I need to bring the other thing I like to wear with the cloak, the black thing. We just leave it at that, right? Yeah, I definitely don't wanna be too heavy. I'm hoping that my expectations are about right in that, like the amount of space, the things that I currently intend on bringing are gonna take. If my expectations are about right, I should be, like about 70% like full capacity, but also with a lot more potential. Like I'm bringing bags inside of that bag, so I have potential to increase my capacity as well. This toy is mad heavy, bro. It's the heaviest. It's the most bothersome, cumbersome thing of all. But then again, like being able to continue with that is the biggest flex of all time. Because that is my responsibility. That's why I've been building up a surplus this whole time. That's why. Because that's my only concern, really. The main thing that I'm afforded as a result of staying with my parents is that comfort for multi-hour long uh, sessions, and then on top of that, being able to go live. That's the main thing that I'm the beneficiary of right now. As relative to if I wasn't here. So, um, with the way that I believe the effect of that. That's why I was building the surplus. Is the point. I feel like I have a responsibility, and it would be irresponsible to neglect that as something that I need to continue doing. So yeah, this way of going about it would just be perfect, and you know how God is. So pretty much, I'm going to get the thing. That's why whatever van, if it's a conversion van or a truck or whatever, I need to be able to stand. But this one is particularly big. Like it's like I don't know, like a mail carrier truck. So, not too. Once again, I'm very happy about how I handled the whole social aspect of this, especially in this recording. So I don't really want to revisit it. It's unimportant for the most part, but I did want to address it, so I have some kind of account of what happened. Um, fresh without too much time in between trying to recall it and when it happened. Um, I hope I didn't just step in shit. Okay. And like I said, I contacted a guy who told me he'd hold a truck for me. I told him I'd be there tomorrow, and it's like literally perfect. It says it runs. It doesn't need to be running crazy good. Doesn't. I don't think I'm driving it very far. At least not for a while. So now it's just a matter of logistics. Like, okay, how do we gonna do you mind me cash apping you? Do you want it all cash? And then are you willing to drop it off? Because the cleanest way to do it for me is drop it off at the parking spot so that when when I pay, they both get paid at the same time, and I never had to drive it. Is what I'm saying. And then I literally don't. I don't. It's not like I'm spending all day there. I literally just go there to sleep, and then I sleep, and then I immediately leave to go to anywhere, somewhere where I could plug in my computer, preferably, and play it. And by the way, I don't know how much power is in this portable charger, but it's possible that I could, maybe do some stuff in the van too. With how much power I mean, it's a big external battery. Okay, I think I said enough. So I'm gonna say it. I'm trying to speak it into existence. We have a box truck, yellow old DHL box truck with like business stickers on it. Look, it's got phone numbers and shit like that, ads on it. But it's like a nice little room, and it's tall, so I could stand up and do my stream regular. Um, and there's no windows. Um, and then, yeah, like I said, parking. He delivers it to the parking spot. I pay him. Boom, boom. Clean. I mean, if that happens tonight, it's either gonna happen. Yeah, there's probably like the next 2 days. Either it happens tonight or like anytime the next day. Because yeah, if I don't have it set up, I'll stay one night in the airport, basically. What else? Right. So I'm gonna say it one more time. Truck, parking. That's like the plan once I get there. Truck, parking, noise bridge. And then I'll leave it there. But today we have pack. I have to pack, I have to shower, I have to eat, and then it's schoolwork and arbitration and truck, parking, that. Okay, cool beans. Talk to you soon.